Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tracy with TR's Tarot Talk 1111. I would like to quickly ask if you guys are the praying type to please say prayers for my cousin Melissa, who is transitioning from lung and breast and bone cancer. Just pray that the angels soothe her into a peaceful transition, and that her guides and loved ones will meet her and guide her across on her journey. And also for my brother-in-law, Greg, who is also one of my childhood sweethearts and a very near dear friend, who had a brain aneurysm. And as they were attempting to locate it, they found two more. And so the prognosis is a dire one. So if you could please say some prayers or hold some space for those two people and for the world, quite frankly, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. And I just want to say this is going to be, by the way, for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Cross Watchers. Remember that energy is fluid. I forget to say this at the beginning of my readings, but energy is fluid. Spirit gives messages to the ones that need to hear it. And if it's not your message, check your other signs. I did do a guided channeled video message from Spirit on the energy around this new moon in Taurus. It's all about getting your hands dirty. It's about hitting the ground running, getting your tools out of the tool shed. It's about grooming the land, grooming the when we get out of quarantine, what are we going to look like? What's it going to be like? And how are we going to participate? And maybe we're going to make some changes and different alignments and see how things go, right? So that is the theme. Go watch the video. All right. I put a lot of time into those videos. Please watch the whole thing. I know that they can be kind of lengthy, but if I didn't think it was an important message, I wouldn't put all my time and energy into it. Okay. I did a 4-hour ritual bath to pray and meditate and get you guys your guided advice or theme for this month. Okay, so this is for Gemini. Also, I am available for personal private readings. I was slammed last week. I am so grateful to each and every one of you that ordered a private reading. My schedule just freed up. I did the last reading today. And so if you would like to get a reading on the energy of this Taurus moon for you, or for your twin flame journey, or your spiritual ascension, or what your job's going to look like after the quarantine, anything you'd want to know, just reach out and we'll get you scheduled for the type of reading that you would like to have and for how long. Okay? Once again, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Cross Watchers. So the first deck I'm using, John Holland's Psychic Tarot, is going to be the energy, the trajectory that you're on, right? Where you've been energetically, where you're at energetically, and what is your possible potential moving forward. And then the bottom deck it's my new deck, and I don't remember the name of it. Radley Valentine's, sorry guys, Fairy Tarot. Okay, that is going to be Spirit's way of telling you, it's going to be the adjustments that could be made to come out better, right? How can you adjust the energies that you're in for the potential you're headed for, and how can you make that better? A higher potential, a better potential, okay? Sorry. Past energy, ooh, Gemini. Naughty, naughty. Current energy. Forward moving energy. I like that much better. Okay, bottom of the deck is Balance, which in this deck is Justice. Then let's give these a shuffle for you. Take a look at what Spirit says you could do to align yourself better for a higher potential outcome. Or maybe give you tools if you're already on the highest timeline. Maybe give you some tools on how to enhance your journey to get there, right? Create the experiences you want to have. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Cross Watchers, please. Past energy. Current energies. Ooh, forward moving energies. Bottom of the deck, King of Spring, which is the King of Wands. A financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected supporter of your cause. Yeah. Just checking your message. Sorry. I get caught up in reverie sometimes. All right, so the way I'm going to do this reading is I'm going to tell you the timeline you're on. I'm going to tell you a potential adjustment you can make to be on a higher timeline, or give you the tools you need to achieve what you're already doing. Then we're going to take a look at the star seeds, advice for star seeds. We're going to do a yes or no question. So set your intentions on something you would like guidance on from the angel guidance cards. Okay, angel answers, guidance cards. So be thinking in the back of your mind of something you want a yes or no or advice on. And then we're going to do the twin flames and a general message for everybody. Okay. Oh, did I say the star seeds? Yes, I'm going to do one for the star seeds too. Okay. So past energies, guys. 7 of Swords. Deception and envy. So I don't know if that was your energy or someone around you's energy, but I feel like this also, if I looked at this from a real high spiritual perspective, point of view, this would be living a false life. You know, this would be pretending, you know, playing a role instead of playing your authentic, true self. It's not honoring who you were, but being who you were thought you needed to be. That's for some of you, right? It's taking the mask off. It's learning to be more authentic. It's learning to show up in a better, higher frequency. You know, if you were a liar, maybe you're regretting the lies that you've told. Maybe Spirit's been working on you to free yourself from past energies that no longer serve you, right? They're not a firm foundation. They weren't built. They were a role. You were pretending, or somebody wasn't being of good vibration for you, right? Then your current energy is a firm foundation, which is the 4 of Pentacles. You guys have a lot of Pentacles, Gemini. So for some of you, this is definitely about your work or soul mission, okay? But then your outcome energy is the 6 of Cups, which tells me that you're missing somebody, you're reminiscing about the past, or you've got a soulmate that's on your heart and mind. And possibly with these candles, you might be praying for friends and family because they're soulmates too. So we're going to take a look at some of these energies. I'm going to try to read it from all aspects, okay? So if you're looking at this for your job, I see that you were unhappy. You possibly were playing a role or in a job that you didn't like, and you've been lying to people, pretending, pasting on a happy face, right? And for others of you, this is somebody in your work environment that just didn't treat you well. There was lying and deception and envy and jealousy, and you know, I feel like for some of you there was backstabbing and office gossip, right? You guys will know, I'm telling you, when you come to these readings, you're looking for confirmation, not true answers. And if you are looking for the answers, you need to go within, okay? Because this is just going to probably give you guidance, not answers. So, deception and envy has a lot of meanings for you guys in the workplace. It could be people around you. It could be your boss is less than honest with you. It could be people you thought were friends and they're really talking and backstabbing behind your back. If this is your energy, this is how you've been showing up thus far, and Spirit might have been giving you, excuse me, that 2020 vision of 2020, right? It's been waking you up to how are you showing up in the world? Are you being your true authentic self? Have you been duplicitous or sneaky? You know, where are your intentions? what vibration are you rocking, right? That's past energy. So Spirit's saying that's in the past, which I like, but they've been showing it to you. I see you removing the mask and removing the blinders, right? And getting clearer vision around this. And with this energy you're sitting in, the Four of Pentacles, this is, in this deck, this energy is about stability. It's about holding on to the things you value, the things that mean something to you, right? But I think for some of you that's changing. That's what the Seven of Swords is all about. Spirit's been showing you that maybe the foundations you've built thus far were a little rickety. Maybe they weren't a firm foundation. Maybe they created more obstacles than they did open fields, right? Maybe you've been holding on to things you should let go of. Maybe you have been closed off and you need to open up and take that mask off. Be willing to receive, right? And then with the Six of Cups as your outcome, remember it's just a month. I do my readings on the new moon and the full moon and any stargates that happen in between, right? So with the Six of Cups, it's a cycle. It's another 30 or 27, 28, 29 days, depends on the month, right? Sorry, I'm leaving my phone on in case I get news about my friends. So, Six of Cups, there's somebody you're missing. There's something that you're longing for. There's something from your past that might be coming back. This could be also you looking at your soul family, your tribe, your friends, the people you give your heart to. If it's in the workplace, it's not doing what you love to do. Maybe you need to go back to your childhood and remember, when people said, what are you going to be when you grow up? Maybe you said a ballerina. Maybe you said a warrior or my son said, one of my sons, my youngest, Jesse, he said he wanted to be a window washer. I'm not sure why, but I thought it was a cute answer. So whatever your childhood dreams are, maybe it's time for you to go back and take off this mask and do something for you, something authentic, something that calls to your soul, enriches your soul. Go watch the guided channeled message I put up. It's all about attaching yourself to your soul song, your heart song, what makes you sing. If God were to say, you're debt-free and you're divinely supported in anything that you create that's for the highest and best of the community, of all of the connecting unified force, maybe, just maybe you had it right when you were 5 or 10, right? Maybe you need to go back to those dreams and those visions and what did you want to be when you grew up? Maybe it's time to be that. Maybe that's your true soul's calling, right? Maybe you always wanted to be a healer, but you're a diplomat. Maybe you're a healer and you always wanted to be a diplomat. It doesn't matter. Whatever resonance or soul song you sing is what matters, right? And with good intentions. Now, that's in business, guys, okay, as far as your mission work, your work. But now to look at your money, because clarifying this Seven of Swords in the past, we have the King of Autumn, which is the King of Pentacles. Compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, gifted. Be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way. A good person or company to work for. So that's pretty clear cut, guys. If you're working for a crap company, maybe you work for Monsanto or CERN or somebody that, just doesn't have the highest and best of all in their design or their plan, So it looks to me like an either or, like Spirit's saying, if you leave that deception behind, if you take that mask off and be the king that you were meant to be, right? In the physical, because it's King of Pentacles, in the physical, how can you show up to be assertive when it comes to what you want and what you know is right? This is everything going your way, the Midas touch. This is you creating the life you want to experience in a more authentic way, in a more mature way, quite frankly, with the king versus, the Seven of Swords, who is like a jester, right? So if you want to realign the past, you can take a look at what your potential, your true potential as a child was for some of you. Okay? And King of Pentacles has the Midas touch. If you're realigning yourself with a higher awareness and a higher timeline, a higher vibration, you're going to make more money. Why? Because you get rewarded. Everything you put out, you get back tenfold. And if you dream it, you can make it happen, right? So then this Four of Pentacles, we've got 10 of Pentacles underneath your Four of Pentacles. For some of you guys, this is literally, I'm hearing, love is like a magic penny, hold it tight and you won't have any. Lend it, spend it, and you'll have so many, they'll roll across the floor. For love is something if you give it away. So for some of you, and apparently there's some lovers in this room, but I'm going to put this in a practical matter for your soul's mission work or your career or job. So 4 of Pentacles versus 10 of Pentacles. This is like lack mentality. This is I'm holding on to my 4 little Paisley Pentacles because I'm afraid I can't get 10. I'm afraid 10 is not my lot in life. I've been told that I'm not worthy of 10, right? Or it has never been my experience that I can have 10. So maybe it's time to let that foundation fall. Let that one come crumbling down and step into your own self-worth and know that you are capable of leaving a legacy instead of chaos for your children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren and etc. We're breaking ancestral patternings. We are creating the new earth. We are showing up in our mission work, in our jobs in a new way. And it's going to be very prosperous if we put the highest and best all, unity consciousness, not one world order, unity consciousness, right? The highest and best choice for all, taking the mask off. It says take steps to ensure the financial security of your children and other loved ones, making wise investments or planning for retirement, honoring family traditions. Okay, for some of you, these traditions are not good. These are old family traditions that no longer serve the greater good of all. And we're tearing down old foundations, old structures at this time. Some of you are going to be experiencing that. That's not for everybody. But as our viewer list grows, so do the demands of the reading, right? So I have to do the flip-flop, the A or B or the heads or tails. So for some of you, this is you holding on to lack mentality and not stepping into your power to create the future that you want to experience and to leave as a legacy. For others of you, this is just the opposite. This is saying, some of those old legacies, some of those old inherited patterns, some of those ancestral lines need to come down. They were a firm foundation for those times and those vibrations, but we're raising the vibration of the planet. We're creating something different. So now some of you need to let that shit fall and rebuild into something much better. Okay? And then clarifying the 6 of Cups is the Death card. Release, guys. Just want to double check. Yep, Death card. It says, let go of the past. An ending that makes way for new opportunities. Time to move on. Okay, so 6 of Cups is your soul tribe. It's your community. It's your soul family. It's the past. It's things you used to do. It's things you reminisce about. It's memories. It's ancestry, some of you. Okay? Time to let that shit die and go because we're creating something better, something different. Everything has to expand and grow. You got to at some point move beyond your limitations and test the new waters, right? So for some of you, you're going through a death and transformation and you're mourning the past. You're removing you're getting 20/20 vision. You're seeing where your foundations lie. Are they firm or are they broken? Are they needing reinforced or do they need to come down? Right? And it's like you're in reverie or reverence. You're sitting at home during this quarantine thinking about the way things used to be. And Spirit says, let that shit die because it's not going to be that way moving forward. You're building better foundations. We're showing up authentically. We're not deceiving ourselves and others. We're going to be a king, a Midas king. We're going to touch things and turn. We're going to be alchemists, right? Bottom of the deck, highest and best message is the King of Spring, which is the King of Wands, right? Innovative, inspiring, wise, theatrical, a financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now, an unexpected supporter of your cause. So for some of you, you might get somebody that gets on board with what you're trying to create. You know, maybe you didn't like where you worked and you're going to start something new, and you've got somebody that sees your vision and wants to invest in it and make it happen for you. Or maybe this is you showing up and investing in yourself, getting up out of your chair, moving, right? Wands is fire. It's inspired action. Underneath that is the Hermit and renewal, which is the World. So, yeah, Two of Summer. I'm going to get to the romance thing because there's a bit of that playing out here too. Bottom of the other deck is the Balance card, which is Justice, okay? Underneath that is the Ace of Pentacles and the World card. You guys are closing out old ancestral patterning. Gemini. If I step into your energy, I feel like you're learning how to have 20/20 clear vision. And you're being shown that you can enhance your money, your romantic life, your relationships, everything, if you just readjust the way things used to be and align it in balance to your prosperity and ending those old ways of being, old timelines that no longer serve you. You're going to have to let it die. Now, I want to put all that shit aside and get to my sacred soulmates, because I see a message here for you too. I see that you or your person in the past, there had been some lying, some deception, maybe some envy, maybe some masks being worn. You know, there's a lot of people viewing right now. So I just feel like if you or your sacred soulmate has not been authentic, if you haven't had the conversations, if you haven't spoken about your true feelings and your true emotions and what really matters, maybe you were sneaky, maybe you ghosted, maybe you quit communicating, maybe you just gave up. Maybe, just maybe, you pretended you were something you weren't, or they did, right? Vice versa. But that, for some of you, you're holding on so tightly to your facade with this Four of Pentacles. It's like you're clenching your heart chakra closed, and you're holding, whether it's a person or a situation, you're holding on for dear life, and Spirit saying, if it's meant for you, it will be yours. Release, let go. Let the outcome, be inquisitive. Be inquisitive. Be like, wow, I wonder how, I know that there's a problem. I know that this past energy is not for our highest and best. How are we going to be open to receive and allowing and curious like a child? How is it going to show up, right? Because here it is, guys. For those of you, if this is relationship based, this is somebody from your past. Could be a past life. Doesn't have to be the past in this life, but it's from the past. This is somebody you've incarnated with before. This could be a childhood sweetheart. This could be memories of the good old days, right? But this is where you're headed this month. And so Spirit says you need to readjust this Seven of Swords energy and become the Midas King, right? Alchemize, balance, create what you want, and commit. I'm sorry, some of you, whether you're on the receiving end or the giving end, somebody needs to commit, because it's not showing up in the 3D reality. The king is there, but the king is not there. The king is this, right? Or queen, take it as it resonates, okay? But old ways of being, this Ten of Pentacles, maybe some of you are in a karmic relationship, you're married, or you're dating somebody that you know no longer is aligned with your purpose, your cause, your movement forward, okay? That commitment might be what's causing you to prevent being in this commitment and showing up like this instead. Take it as it resonates, you or your person. But what's happening is Spirit is aligning you with the soulmate that you're going to have to let the past be the past. It's there, if they're coming back in your life, which I'm not sure if they are, but if they are, because we got the King of Wands here too. if they are coming back, they're going to have to come back balanced and with an offer, right? Ending old cycles, old ways of being. They're going to have to come back different. So Spirit says, be open and allow, release the outcome. That's what I'm hearing for you. Release the outcome. All right, so now I want to get some messages for my star seeds, advice for my my light workers, my star seeds, my healers. You know, probably you all are, but if you don't think you are, then take it as it resonates, right? I pretty much am aware of being something more than I was taught I am. So if I'm awake, I'm hoping you are too, and maybe you recognize it. So take the message if it resonates. If it don't, leave it for the others, okay? Spirit messages for the light workers and the star seeds, please. Light workers and star seeds. All right. Bottom of the deck, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking and keep facing your true north. That's beautiful, guys, because I do see a procession, bleh, I can't even say it. I see you moving from the Seven of Swords to and Four of Pentacles, Six of Cups, to the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Death card. There is a rebirth and death happening here, and you have to let go of the outcome. And it looks like some of you are already doing it. You're breaking old ancestral patterning, and you're building more solid foundations, a new legacy. It says, break the chain ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting your future. Pisces got that. That's a beautiful card. And then we have Council of Light, of course, because that's your peeps, right? It's your council. Divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realm. You are being divinely guided at this time, okay? I hope that resonates with you guys. Don't forget who your spirit team is. Call them in every day. Thank them. Walk with them. Listen to them. Let them guide you. Okay, now I want to do the yes or no answer. Okay, so set your intentions on a yes or no answer. There are 2 yeses, there are 2 nos. Everything is subjective to your resonance. You're going to have to decipher whether the answer you get is advice or an answer, right? Because there are only 2 yeses, 2 nos, but everything else is going to be advice or alignment for whatever you're asking. All right, for Gemini, please. For Gemini, for Gemini. For Gemini, please. For Gemini. Thank you. Bottom of the deck is forgiveness, guys. You got to let it go. You got to release it. It wasn't a firm foundation. And if it's family patterning, if it's like abuse, neglect, overeating, over drinking, over imbibing, whatever the ancestral patterning is, maybe it's a teaching with shame and blame instead of hitting, or hitting instead of teaching, or whatever. Forgiveness. You got to forgive that shit, and you got to let go of it, release it, let it die, right? Let the old ways go. Yeah, take off the mask, because something beautiful is coming, and it's a soul alignment. Okay, it could be a fire sign, or could be a Scorpio, fire sign, earth sign, or water. Water. Is that everything? No, everybody's here. Swords too. So the situation will improve, and not the right time. So it doesn't say no. It says you've got to forgive. It is the right time for forgiveness, but it's not the right time for whatever you were asking. And the situation is improving as we speak. You've got all your helpers. Look at the dolphins helping this girl reach the light, taking her to the top, taking her to the top. I'm hearing some of you guys are going to the top. All right. But in order to do that, you're going to have to realign with a new story. We're building something new. Okay. For my twin flames, advice for my Gemini twin flames, please. Advice for my Gemini twin flames, or anybody in a love relationship. Chemistry. Bottom of the deck, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. See, this is my Jesus and Mary Magdalene card. They, I believe, were twin flames. And there was so much magic the two of these created when they came together. They were soulmates. They were, sweethearts. They had a lot of emotion and a soul knowing, like That's my person. It's my person, right? Claim your person, guys. It's my person, right? Then we have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. And flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. So if there's somebody that you have chemistry with, and if you're in a position where you can flirt and spend time together, a lot of people don't. Maybe it's what you're desiring. Might be the energy you're dreaming about, right? You're dreaming about going away on a trip, and because this is dreams, this is memories, this is memory lane. It's almost like some of you are just drifting down memory lane, remembering the good old times when you used to have, be able to flirt with one another and you had so much chemistry, right? The good old days is what I'm hearing. Some of you are really in reverence over the good old days, and Spirit's saying the good old days are going to bring something back again. This chemistry is beautiful, right? But there's forgiveness that needs to happen, because under that was the forgiving and learning card. So you also have forgiveness in the angel oracle. So for those of you in a romantic situation, I feel like you're missing your person and you're worried it might be over. You're not wanting to let go, but you're not being authentic, or they're not. Or they could be in a relationship already. Could be married. Could be a player, right? All of these energies, you guys take it and leave it, but all that shit's changing. It's changing, and you're kind of missing it. You're missing the good old days. But the good old days kind of went sour, I feel, so it's time for us to create something better, right? Community garden. What can we create better? All right, last bit of wisdom for my Geminis. Last bit of wisdom. Spirit for the viewers that are Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and Cross Watchers, please. 2 cards for Gemini. Ooh. Wow, you got 3, 4 if you count the bottom. Yang, there you go. There's the divine masculine showing up in the reading. Booyah! So if you resonate with that, or if you've been asking about that, and it looks like you might be, Spirit says that the masculine, we are all right now healing divine masculine energies, because we all have masculine within us as well as feminine. Okay? And so round and round, this is that release in the universe with the world card. This is breaking ancestral patternings. This has been going on and going on, round and round and round. And Spirit clearly has said in several of these cards that it's time to let that go. Time to let go of the past and create something new moving forward. And then we have Treasure Island. This is what you're creating, right? Heaven on earth. And I really feel like you're being called, everybody, the whole collective, girls, boys, and everything that expresses in masculine energy or feminine energy. We have the masculine on the table, which tells me for you guys, Gemini, it's really important for you to be working on balancing your masculine energies. If you're a go-getter and you're willing to climb on top of people to get to where you're going, that's distorted masculine. If you're stuck in ego thinking that you're, the be-all, end-all, and you're the ruler of everybody, then that's distorted masculine. You need to break old family cycles. If you are in an addictive behavior or a pattern or something that doesn't serve the next generation and the generation after that, it's time for you to be the break in the chain, right? And it's beautiful. So I love you guys. This has been your reading. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you want a private reading, you are going to want to reach out quickly, because I'm getting busy and I love it. I called this in, guys. This is part of my manifestation. And it's going to get real busy around here. And I am grateful, grateful, grateful. Okay, so if you want to be a part of that, if you need help in any way, shape, or form, it is my mission. I might make you pay for a half an hour, but you always get what you came for. Trust me. Ask anybody that's gotten a reading with me. Okay? You might want to set aside a little extra time in case you need it. But I always tell people, pay me what you think I'm worth, right? I've got a base price. If you think I'm worth more than that when you're done, you can give me a tip. If you don't think I was worth that, then next time book with someone else, right? No refunds. All right? But I just love you all and I want to help. This is my mission. And so my mission is to help you if you need it. So reach out. Love you. Namaste.